UK is getting tougher in its fight against online child pornography. Politicians and tech giants met in London today to discuss ways to find and block sexual images of children on the internet. The summit follows 2 child murder cases in Britain. In both cases, the killer had viewed child pornography beforehand. Firms such as Google, Microsoft and Facebook attended the meeting, as well as Britain's top internet service providers. They're committing to a zero-tolerance policy. Google will spend $7 million towards wiping and preventing indecent content on the web, and the top 4 UK internet providers will commit $1.6 million. Websites will also now tell users why an indecent URL has been blocked, instead of the standard error 404 page that we're used to seeing. Now, our next guest says that the actions that these big tech companies are taking aren't nearly enough to stop rampant child abuse online. Jim Gamble is former head of the Child Exploitation and Online Protection Centre. He joins us now from Belfast. And the argument is, Jim, that we've been waiting for these companies to do something about this for such a long time. It's a major step. So why the negative?
Well, I mean, I'm not blaming the companies. Google, Microsoft, Bing and others have been blocking known child abuse images for years. This has come about because of the terrible murder of 2 young children and the confusion and the misinformation that has been spun since that. The 2 paedophiles who went online and looked for images didn't become paedophiles because they were on the internet. They had a deviant sexual interest in children before they did that. So blocking is actually managing the symptoms. What I'm saying is the government, while they're holding the internet industry to account, need to be held to account themselves, because they only invest $6.4 million in the Child Exploitation and Online Protection Centre. That is not enough to deal with a tsunami of images. And the fact of the matter is, it's about finding the children in those images. That's the most important thing, and that's what's not being done.
Isn't it just a case, though, of taking these images down? I mean, that is a big part of it. I know you're saying there's more to it, but getting rid of the images is a big part of it. And surely those billions we were mentioning is a large enough sum to do that, or do you not? Are you a bit cynical about the figures?
No, I mean, I think what the internet industry is doing, you know, led by Google in this case, is great. They're investing some of their money. The problem is, this isn't about, you know, getting images on Google. People are confusing adult pornography with child abuse images. The fact of the matter is, paedophiles watching the TV tonight will be laughing because they don't use Google to find child abuse images. They are in the web nesting on peer-to-peer sites. They're in the deep dark web where they've used things like the onion router, where they can hide. You're not getting there via Google. These people don't need to get images that way. They create them by assaulting children, by raping and abusing them, by taking pictures and sharing it with their deviant community. There are 10, 20 and 30,000 online at any one time using peer-to-peer. So we attack them.
In terms of the government regulation you want here, you're looking for the bigger investment on the policing side, so they can then go to the source of these pictures?
The police need an investment that will allow them to work across borders globally to infiltrate these peer-to-peer sites so that they can identify and arrest the people who are the cause of this. The symptom is images, the root cause is paedophilia and the sex offenders that hurt our kids. So let's applaud Google. What they're doing is great, but you know what? They've been doing that for years quietly in the background. The government have diverted the conversation either because they don't understand or they want to weather the media storm on this. Real action is real investment in policing. And that means identifying, locating and rescuing these kids. If you're a father, would you rather they blocked the image or found your child so that they were no longer being subjected to this nightly abuse and the ritual of being filmed and not being shared?
Yeah. Okay.
We're missing the point, and the Prime Minister's advisors are not experts in this field. They have a veneer-like understanding, and this is a simple, choreographed announcement by government to get us through a particularly difficult time. Okay. And it's not good enough.
Jim Gamble, thank you very much indeed for your time.